Um, what's going on, folks?
Maybe next time I'll do the 30-second countdown. What do you think?
Okay.
You did it.
I did.
Hi, everybody. Whew. I actually did a lot of the sharing before.
You did? Okay.
She's right here.
You at work, sister? Hope your day's going well. Can't wait to tell y'all about my weekly highlight, which is actually today. What's going on, other sister? See you jumping on. Okay, sugar. Hey, sugar. How you doing, sugar? Look, we getting ourselves together. It's like all of a sudden allergy season just hit us. So she got problems. I had it for about 5 minutes right before. Ugh. Oh, you off today? Okay, girl.
Before we do our weekly highlights, we have to do last week's giveaway because I definitely didn't go live for that.
Oh, you did.
But I do have my wheel ready for it. So.
Oh, okay. I'm glad you remembered because I didn't.
We gonna start off with that.
Yes. So we're gonna start off with that. Okay. Well, first off, welcome everyone to Meet the Subletts this week. Our topic is biggest failure. We will have Dr. April Remy Jones, one of my good friends, on tonight. She is in just outside of Memphis, Tennessee. She messaged me a little while ago. She'll be on here shortly. But we wanted to go ahead without further ado. Bang.
Make me feel like I'm finna perform.
You are, girl.
So last week, our giveaway item was 2 tickets to the Bully the Runway fashion show that Miss Leisha told us about, and of course, I did not do my job, and I did not do the drawing last week. That's definitely not the mouse for this.
I was wondering, like, why?
I seen your face. Shut up.
Confused. So, I was looking legal. Hey, legal.
Hey. So last week to get entered into the giveaway,
Nirvana said she won already.
You had to share the live, and Nirvana's name was not on that list. So there was actually there were 4 people who actually shared the live last week. So those are the 4 people that will be on the little spinny wheel, as you can see. Ooh, it's bright. Hold on. Oh, gotta turn this sideways a little bit. There we go. That's my wheel. You get to say the name this weekend.
I do. Okay, I'm ready. We're gonna see. Which one? Hey, Oklahoma in the house. So that's Cut Up. My bad.
I was like, you didn't say the name.
No, I was excited. I had to celebrate first. Okay, so Cut Up. You gonna? What? Gonna see if we had a really good day. So it's gonna keep going in and out, but I'm gonna keep going in and out with y'all. So we're ready for the highlights?
Yes.
Weekly highlights.
We are ready for the highlights.
Oh,
do you want to tell them how to get into this week's giveaway? Even though it's scrolling across the bottom of the
screen. Okay. So tonight's giveaway is a book from Dr. April Remy Jones.
That is not what that says.
Tag 3 people in the comments to be entered to win. So be sure to go tag some people in the comments. She's going to go through the comments, and then she's definitely going to take care of that next Wednesday.
Check it out. Yeah. Thank you. Reading is essential.
It is.
Thank you.
Whoa. Hey. Who's okay?
Go on with your
highlights. Yes, come on, family. Appreciate y'all for the tagging. So my week, I don't know if I had a weekly highlight. Didn't we do second to none this weekend? We did second to none this
and it was weekend. Cold.
Y'all, we was out there at 18 degrees. Let me just tell y'all about some what's the name of the show y'all were watching earlier? Euphoria? Mm-hmm. Okay, and it's on what station?
HBO Max.
Okay, it's on.
They are not sponsoring us. Just saying.
Yes, they no, they are not sponsoring us, but they touched on a really something that I can say I identified with. Now, out of everything that the girl was going through or whatever, I really kind of caught in on episode 4, 5, 6, something like that.
Because you asked 700 questions.
I did because I was trying to catch up, but at some point, the young lady was in such a depressive state that once she came out, her mother was able to see that um, what she needed was a bath. What
Hey,
she needed
Happy.
was, hey, happy. What she needed was, some encouragement and love and support. And let me just tell y'all gonna get to meet my whole family next week. Don't you do my family. Y'all get to meet the actual Subletts next week. The reason why y'all may see that I put my wife is like over there with my mother and my sister. My wife has actually helped me with some of the depression and the things that I've had going on in these last 4 years, and she has treated me the same like my mother and my sister. Just be there for me. Sometimes bathe me, sometimes just get in the bed and make me get all right. You got to get out the bed. But my mother did that for me on Saturday. Um, we had been out a couple weeks before that, but for the most part, a lot of things were kind of coming down on me, and y'all probably can see from a lot of our TikToks and Facebook posts. But a lot of things were,
I
kind
want
of
to
hard to
tell it.
carry. Girl,
Ooh, I want to tell
look,
it, but I
fuck
ain't.
that.
I ain't.
And
I
there's no
wanna,
point.
but I ain't.
There's no point. But my mama snapped me out of it, y'all. She don't even realize what she did. Her and my wife worked together around me, over to the side of me, this way, that way, and they got Saturday together, and it was cold. We only sold like less than 20 plates. People didn't know we was outside, but we did possibly pick up another location, and the guys from Second to None always take care of us, and they really they came out and probably ate bought most of the plates. So we do appreciate y'all. But that was my weekly highlight. My mother really snapped me out of it. Thank you, Mom. I know you probably ain't on here because you was asleep kind of earlier when I talked to you, but you just never know. Be thankful for your parents. A lot of people tell me all the time, my mother's not around. Be grateful yours is around, and I'm very thankful.
Tape your hands.
You gonna tape? No, you're not, because I'm a hand talker, y'all. That's just what I do. So that was my weekly highlight: is my mama and my wife working together to snap me back up out of a funk. So thank you very much for that. I appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah. So y'all did that Saturday. So, but I want to tell you about today, but I'm gonna wait. Go ahead.
My weekly highlight. Did I have one?
Snapping me out of my phone.
That's not a highlight for me.
Oh, did you know you were snapping me out of it?
Obviously.
Oh, it was working around me, y'all. It was working around me.
I don't know. I don't think I had one this week.
Oh, well, can I give them? I can give two if you want.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Okay. So today was a good day, y'all. We don't really pay attention to it. We're a lot of us are worried about working, feeding our families, and we're not really sure on how we could be a part of the system that is that we're born into as Americans. Those of us who have chose to live in America, those of us born here. You really, just try to make sure you can make it sometimes. Like, can you get up out of the bed? Can you get, out of the room and, into the shower today? And, and a lot of us are working from home. So now our world is extremely different than what it used to be. But I really was able to kind of get out and see things for what they were. Dallas is a beautiful place. Dallas is an absolutely beautiful place. From the most raggediest roads to the most beautiful roads. From north, south, east, and west, Dallas is a beautiful place. I am from a place where I did not realize I have a lot of freedom, a lot of opportunity to think bigger and beyond my situation. And one of the issues that I've had since living in Texas is people may or may not care about that. And for those who do care, it's a lot of, it's very few that do care. So I guess I'm just at a point of trying to figure out how I'm able to empower those in Texas even more beyond the motorcycle community mindset. So I've chosen to try to reach out to our local city of Dallas community and to try to be a part of the political process, a part of the community efforts when it comes to things such as hunger and no stores in the locations. Some environmental issues that I'm learning that affect our communities. just the disenfranchisement of Hispanic Americans. Like I just am quite amazed by all of this, but I was able to take some time today to be able to really see Dallas through the eyes of, I don't want to say a delusion. I think y'all would kill me if I ever said that. But through those that live in the city of Dallas and the beauty in all parts of it. And that was really dope today. So I know it was long-winded highlight, but y'all start seeing on my TikToks or my everything else, get out and vote. We have 2022 is a big year for Texas. Texas has been Republican since 1993, 94, 95 in there. I think it was 94. And there's really a time and an opportunity for things to change here in Texas. And this is an opportunity for people to get out and vote, even if you're not sure what to vote for. It's not a national election year, but there's some things that really affect us as citizens. What? My hands, sorry. There are some things that really affect us for those who live here in Texas, especially in Dallas. So I really hope y'all will get engaged, get out to vote on March 1st, no matter which side you're voting for. So thank you. That's my little spiel. I had a great day, y'all.
Thank you for the TED Talk.
TED Talk, whatever. What can I say? Man, baby, say, come on. So if they want him, know, a lot of people want him out. So please hit me up if y'all want to be a part of trying to make a lot of things change in Texas. Especially if you are like Miss Stacey Foster says, they want Hot Wheels out of there. So whatever we can do, hit me up. I can help plug you into some proper networks. We just need to make some changes here in Texas because we very behind in Texas. I can't believe it, but we're not gonna go into that spiel. So no. Okay.
On to the topic for the day.
The topic for the day. Okay. Well. Oh, I gotta start the topic. Okay. So today's topic is biggest failure.
Biggest failures.
Failures. Oh yeah, because there's many. Okay, Miss Stacy. Gotcha. Support. I don't know how we got on this. Oh, because it was feeling good that we're doing good and people are following us and they're liking us. Y'all are totally encouraging us in the comments and in engagements. And we really, really, really appreciate that. And those highs are really what carries us through because believe me, baby, back here in the background, it's a lot of lows. It's a lot of tears.
Hey, Miss Classy.
Hey, Miss Classy. Hey. Well, I'm gonna text you, Miss Classy. See how you doing. See how your family's doing. But there's a lot of lows in the background, and there's a lot of things that people may or may not understand about you. But you really have to be sure of who you are. But at the same time, y'all be carrying us through the hearts, the likes, the engagements. A lot of times we're
the kind words.
Yes, we are Googling university. We have had the opportunity to be a generation that has had information always at our fingertips. So that is something that I very much, try to take advantage of. But y'all, we be failing back here. Y'all don't even know how much paper we print and we write on and post-it notes we write on. And, I really, used to think, oh my goodness, my aunt used to have all this office stuff. Why? And she would forever buy it. Well, because she's devising plans and figuring things out. And then once she, after she figures it out, now she scraps it away because now it's in her. So really trying to, make sure that we know what we're doing, when filing taxes and then, realizing how we're supposed to file taxes and then, how are we supposed to do our monthly reports. So that's something that's really, a growth process, but also even with understanding that, y'all, we figured something out last night. I'm telling you, had I not had a cocktail or two, I probably would have cried. When I realized the information was in front of us all last year. But we were so worried about other things and putting things together and figuring out what we were good at. Yeah, I would have cried.
Just wait till you find out the other things that I found out today. You'll really be joke for joy. But we won't do that on live.
Please don't. As we talk about biggest failures.
So one of the things that I really
oh, y'all.
One of the things that I was really working on last year as far as our business was business credit. And so all of the things that I ran across and I found and I would tell her about, and she would glaze over like, I don't know what any of that shit means. So
because I don't know how to manage what we got.
We actually got the opportunity to take a class. That's my highlight for the week. We got the opportunity to take a business class seminar thing on Sunday, and a lot of the things that the lady said were all things that I also said last year. So
she is so smart. Happy wife, happy life. She is so smart.
So when she was saying all of these things, I'm like, I know all this. So I decided that the information that I have in my brain and the research sources and the research that I did all last year, I'm going to be compiling that to offer to other small business owners like ourselves who don't know what direction to start in. So I think it's super beneficial. And sometimes it's hard because you don't really know what you're looking for.
No.
So you don't know if the answer is right or wrong. And then you kind of go in this rabbit hole of research because now you done found one thing that leads to something else and to something else. And you end up with a headache and zero credit. So,
0 credit, bro. Okay.
So I'm going to be just implementing the things that I said last year. So I talked about it last year and I'm doing it this year. So that's going to be the change that I'm making because now I don't have to second guess myself to wonder if what I learned last year was right. It is.
See, y'all, we can laugh about this now because I promise you 2 weeks ago, we was not probably talking. I was probably crying in the bathroom, on the toilet. I was probably screaming.
If you are a small business owner.
Yeah, she got some info.
Please research what price markup is. It is so important. It's so important. And
it'll help you with the pricing of your product.
Yes, and it will make sure that you are accurately making a profit and not just shooting in the dark. So that's my
something you did at your job that you thought was correct and wondered why they weren't doing well either.
Yes, so that wouldn't be the that's my TED Talk for tonight.
Yeah, I promise you. So biggest failures, that's the topic for tonight. So
fail. Man. Capital F.
We was definitely doing some failing last year, but I heard a TikTok because I'm refer to TikTok a lot. It was a speech or a speaking engagement that Steve Harvey was giving, and it was talking about if you're not failing, then you're not trying. So we could have did nothing last year and continue to be miserable in our relationship. We're miserable within who we are at these jobs that we don't want to do. Trying to make a paycheck, trying to keep up with the Joneses, trying to feed ourselves.
I also learned how to do that. So we'll talk about that after the live too.
Ooh, y'all. Okay. See, I was out in the community today.
Reading is essential.
Man, understanding is essential because we read a lot of this stuff.
A lot of the things I read today, I didn't read last year.
Y'all, we keep saying last year, and the reason why we wanted to talk about biggest failures is because we're coming up on 1 year. 1 year since we decided, you know what? Texas unemployment doesn't matter. If it's they're gonna give it to us, they're gonna give it to us. We're gonna get out here and we're gonna get it. We're not gonna, we should have a savings. We should have these things. Now, I will be honest with you. Yes, you should have a savings. Do not do it like us. But we also...
More importantly, you need to know what's going into the savings. That's the important part. Because if you're just blindly saving and you have no goal in mind or you have nothing, like it's not tied to anything, and you're just saving to be saving, you're going to spend it.
Yes.
You're going to spend it.
Yes, because we did that
But if you know it's for taxes or if you know it's an emergency fund or a rainy day fund or you're saving for vacations or to have a baby or to buy a new car, buy a new house, if it's tied to something, you'll know, okay, well, now I don't need to spend this because this is what I'm saving for. But if you just, I got a savings account, I put a little bit in there every now and again just because I have a savings account, you're going to spend it.
And we keep telling y'all our biggest failures that we can laugh about now because, again, we was crying about it probably 2 weeks ago. What else did we fail at last year?
I don't know if we're going to give them all them failures.
No, not all of them, just some of them. But even in life, I think one of my biggest failures, or so I thought, was I used to do a lot of community work about 10, 11, 12 years ago, and I got so heartbroken I got broke, and I understand now. Like I was so broken in my own personal life, my own personal relationships. I wasn't really ready to carry a community. I did not know how to have that emotional intelligence to be able to deal with all of those things. So for at least probably the first 5 years of, so I'll say at least from 2012 to 2017, I was really I really blamed myself for not doing a lot of community work, but I was just trying to get my stuff together. You know, just all this in here, all the things that you consider trauma, all the issues that your parents gave you, all the relationships you got in and that failed, you know, or endeavors that failed. I really just, I guess, had to take the time to really get myself grounded. But I will say, I blamed myself a lot like that was a failure. But looking at it now and looking at the Texas All Female Ride, looking at what we're doing in business, looking at how I'm dealing with my family. Woo, y'all, that was not a failure
I
at
think
all.
the key thing to take away from that is in the moment it feels like failure
I
because it's
really-
not going how you pictured it, or
It
you're
wasn't.
not getting the results that you want. But on the other side, like, is it really failure if you're learning something to make it better the next go round? Like, is it really failure just because you got a different result?
Yeah.
I mean, if
yeah.
you gave up and just stopped trying and just laid down, then that's failure, in my opinion.
And that's what I think I did. But I really realized I did that for my mental health.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess I just had to find a way back, you know, like there's a TikTok, you know, I talked about, you know, just being reminded of where you've been and where you know, where my mind is now as opposed to 5 years ago, 10 years ago. I've really grown up and matured. I actually value life a lot more. I value others' lives way more than what I did.
You
But
know, my life motto:
what's your life motto?
Finding Nemo, Dory, just keep swimming. You know,
Man,
things get
bro.
hard, and she's always like, "How do you just
keep swimming?
how are you just okay? Like, how do you just keep going?
I'm not
like,
okay with stuff.
like, because if I spend my time not being okay or being angry or being upset, that's holding me back from wherever it is I'm trying to get to. So yeah, I'm gonna hit these bumps and run into these obstacles and fall on my face, and things ain't gonna go right. But if I spend my time in those failures and not getting to where I want to be, I'm never gonna get there.
Right.
So if I gotta keep going, and guess what? I might have to detour over here a little bit to come back over here. And I might have to go over here to come back over here, but I'm still going forward.
Yeah.
So I mean, it sucks.
Yeah.
I'm sad sometimes, but I'm not gonna stay sad because I got shit to do.
Yeah. And I thank you for that. Thank you for helping me see that life is not always depressing.
It's not always black and white.
No.
You know that story
Don't
time.
you know what? Don't you start. What you mean story time?
Story time. So when we first met, before we started dating, I was on my way back to Dallas. It was around her birthday. That was after you got the gifts and the whatnot.
Oh, so it was something like the 30.
Something like that. It was it was your birthday. We had this conversation. And so she was just saying how, you know, for her, everything is black and white. And I'm like, it can't always be black and white, because sometimes things just aren't, you know, as you assume they should be. And so
black and white. When
I got home, she picked me up from the airport. I walked in. The room has these candles. There's rose petals everywhere. And she was like, I'm ready to step into the red. And so that's always stuck with me, because I would joke. I was like, well, you need to step into the red. You know, you can't always be in the black and white or whatever.
Because red is my favorite color. No other reason.
But it needed to be another color, not black or white.
Yeah,
So when she asked me to be her girlfriend, she said she was ready to step into the red. And I thought that was like the cutest thing. So
I forgot about that.
I don't forget anything.
I'm glad you remember that.
I have them in Rio of an Elephant.
Oh, yeah, well, I'll be trying to forget some things, but I did not try to forget that. But that's dope. I'm glad you remember that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, life is very red. And
yeah, over
gray.
Here we don't do black or white.
Yeah, it's gray.
We don't do none of them monochrome colors.
It's camouflage. Oh.
We like vibrant and out loud.
Believe me, there's definitely monochrome
on her side.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm very vivid and bright.
There's definitely monochrome. But we're going to go on and see if we can bring our guest on.
Oh, yeah. Let's bring our guest in.
I'm about to say, we're going to see.
She look like she rearranging herself over
right,
there.
She trying to make sure we got the visuals and everything. So give us a thumbs up. See, come on, friend.
All right,
yes.
Bring on in.
Oh, look at it, looking cute and stuff. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. Hello, Taboo and Bay.
Hey,
Hey,
tell the people who you are.
babe, I don't know how.
My name is Dr. April Jones.
Dr.
Everybody.
April Jones. Look, I'm out
And
the camera. Can y'all see me,
you may
y'all?
We gonna make it work.
you may know me as Remy on the motorcycle scene.
Yes, Remy. Okay, there we go. We don't never know what we doing. We sorry, Remy. Okay, so Remy, tell them exactly who you are. Where, excuse me, as far as like what you've done, where you from, how we know you, and we'll move from there.
Okay, I am a human being.
And it begins.
I am a human being who have a heart, and I'm a person. Damn it, you know what I mean. So let's get that clear. Now, other than that, I am someone who academically feels education is the way out of poverty.
Yes.
And so I have climbed the education ladder, and I continue to learn. So I've recently got my doctorate in educational leadership in education. I have resigned from teaching. I taught for 13 years from Chicago to Nashville, elementary school, middle school, high school. Currently, I'm teaching adult GED classes, as well as I'm the site director for a before and after care school program. I'm also the executive director of my own 501c3 nonprofit organization called Sankofa Achievement Center. And Sankofa Achievement Center is I'm pulling those students that's not getting the help that they need inside the classes, or maybe not getting what they need at home because the parents are so busy working, trying to make a living. But I'm trying to give these kids a safe space to learn and get off the streets in the summertime and after school. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm advocating for education, and I'm trying to do it all across the world.
Okay. So
and I met you guys via Facebook.
Well, actually, you met me via her, but that's a story for another time.
We met via Facebook in some motorcycle interest groups or wherever, somewhere along the way. So that was pretty interesting. But you got to meet her at the Unity ride. What was it? The Unity.
And she was like, "Oh, so you ain't gonna take no picture with me?" And I'm like, "But who are you?" Okay, hold on.
You better know who you are. What you mean?
Yeah,
you know who you was.
Yeah, we did some cool stuff. That Unity ride was great with the Memphis, St. Louis, and Texas all female ride. That was wonderful. I was great. I was so happy to be a part of that committee. Black girls ride up and down. I went to Washington to fight for the march. You know what I mean? Rode my motorcycle across the country. I mean, I've been doing some wonderful things, really. So I can't complain.
I'm glad. So tell us about your books. Let's start there.
Okay, my books. I forgot about that too. I do so much, right? look, I'm a chef. I'm a barber.
Oh Lord.
Right.
I'm a chef. I'm a barber. I know how to change tires. No, okay. So I have two books, right? This book is called Soldier from Birth. It's a picture of me. I love the cover design. The cover design is me in different phases of my life. It also has a picture of my mom, who just passed away recently when she was in nursing school, because her whole thing was education. My mother actually used to walk from 44th and Lake Park in Chicago all the way to State Street to Dawson College to go. And that had to be at least a 30-minute walk there and a 30-minute walk back. And that's what she did to get her LPN. But the point was, she was saying, it doesn't matter. Just keep going. Do whatever you got to take to get those pieces of paper. Because can't nobody take those papers away from you.
Right.
Yep.
Okay, but so Soldier from Birth is a book. It's a prequel to my book, Authentic Guts. And it's just a chronological order interpretation of, from me being born and almost dying in the hospital from trauma I had with my armor infiltration, to war stories, going to Afghanistan. Oh yeah, I'm a United States Army veteran as well. And I just this book is just my story of how I have went through different trials and tribulations in pursuit of my education and still managed to succeed.
Still did the thing.
That's what's up.
You know, whether being locked up or whatever, you know what I mean? I got all types of stories in here, you know what I mean?
Can I win the book? I kind of want to read it myself.
Yeah. So this is Soldier from Birth. It's on Amazon, Barnes and Nobles, Apple Books, Kindle, Walmart. This book is Authentic Guts. Now, this book, this is an informational guide for people in the community, for parents, for teachers, for anybody, any stakeholders in the education world who are looking for strategies to use for at-risk youth. You know, at-risk meaning they're living in low socioeconomic areas, poverty-stricken, welfare recipients, single family households. You know, I was a at-risk youth because my daddy wasn't around. And according to statistics, if you are a at-risk youth, then one or two things gonna happen. You're gonna end up dead or in jail.
Right.
And I'm trying to show that that's not the case.
Right.
You know what I mean? We just need, it takes a village, you know, to raise these children. And if we can come together, school, businesses, community, church, politicians, you know what I'm saying? We can really build a foundation and get these kids going in the success where they need to go. And this book talks about different strategies, things that I've been through, different stories I've had with different students. You know, I had a student one time tell me he had a gun. You know, he wanted to talk to me at lunchtime. I said, well, you got the gun with you right now? Okay, Johnny, let's talk. But there is a way to reach these students. You know what I mean? And I go to the basketball court and play basketball with them. Hey, it's a way to reach these kids in these classrooms and outside the classrooms.
Right.
And so Authentic Guts is about having the real, true guts to get in there and do what you got to do to make these kids listen. It's almost like you got to be an actor, an actress up there. It's almost like you on stage in these classrooms. You know, you got to go up in there with the fireworks blazing and the fire coming out your mouth. You know what I mean? So they can say, "Ooh, who is that?" Yeah, now I got your attention. Now 1 + 1 is.
I love that. That's what's up.
So yeah, that's what I got going on, y'all. I'm out here trying to promote my books. Let you know that you can struggle. We all have struggles. We all have failures. Like I have my top 10 biggest failures for you guys. That I want to talk about. But you, even though you can struggle, you still can attain your goals and your success.
Yes. Okay, well then let's fall into your top 10 biggest failures.
Okay, top 10. Starting from the number 10 is dealing with people that's not on your level.
Yeah.
Now, I'm gonna tell you what I mean when I say that. I'm a person that likes to travel around the world. I've been traveling around the world since I was 19 years old. Okay. I got my passport at the age of 21. Okay. Now, me growing up and meeting different people and trying to have a life partner, you know, sometimes we let people that's not on our level come into our stuff in our situations and they don't need to be there.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, for example, like I said, my passport, I was with a partner. I had a partner who couldn't get a passport because of felonies or whatever reason. I'm not sure. But that person couldn't. I knew when I met the person that they couldn't get a passport. That should have been a red flag for me.
Red flag number one.
Red flag number one. Because this person is not going to be able to travel with you. This person probably not going to want you to travel without them.
Right.
So this person is probably going to make you sit down. Try to make you sit down with them because they ain't got their shit together.
Right.
Okay. So biggest failure number 10.
Okay.
You got to deal with people that's on your level.
I'm with that. I'm totally with that.
Yeah,
okay. Come on, teach us something. School us. Number 9.
Number 9. You know, you cannot allow people to dim your shine so they ass can shine.
Baby.
Okay. So again,
ain't that the truth?
I was with someone, like I said, I have my nonprofit organization, right? I had a partner at that time who came into my life and told me, this ain't gonna work for me. You trying to do this entrepreneur shit ain't gonna work. You need to get a job.
Wow.
So instead of helping me with what I already had been trying to establish for some years, this person told me, no, you need to go back into the classroom and start teaching and bring in a paycheck. You know what I mean? And that dimmed my shine. It made me do something that I didn't want to do. I did go back into the classroom. I left my organization alone for a couple of years. Right. And that set me back. Right. And so that was a failure for me because I should not have allowed someone else to dim my shine for them. Okay. Number 8, giving people the benefit of the motherfucking doubt.
Ooh, girl, you all up in our lane. You in our lane today. You was in our lane. Oh, baby.
I have been giving people the benefit of the doubt since I came out the womb.
Man.
And you know what?
I
don't want to do it no more.
Yeah.
So that it was a big failure for me. Giving people the benefit. Oh, they don't think that way. They don't feel that way. They not talking about me like that. They not saying that. They wouldn't do that. They didn't mean it that way when they said and they called me a bitch behind my back. They didn't mean that. Nah, we're not giving nobody the benefits of the doubt no more in 2022.
Right, because we grown.
So ain't no more benefits of the doubts. Number 7, wasting time and energy on things that's not productive for your own future.
Yeah, that part.
For example, I was in a motorcycle club. I helped start the motorcycle club in the city. Okay. I had put all my stuff to the side. I'm giving all my time and my energy and dedication and working, trying to build the clubhouse, trying to make sure we got advertisement out here, doing everything. You know what I mean? It wasn't none of that for me.
Yep.
None of that for me. None of it beneficial for me. It wasted my time and it wasted my energy and it sucked my motivation up out of me because at the end of the day, that was their club and their stuff and whatever I did, it still was theirs. And they just kicked me out and throw you to the trash. So,
look. And I guarantee you everything that you did, they didn't even appreciate it.
Of course not.
And probably didn't appreciate it.
Man.
You know what I mean? So, listen, stop wasting our time and energy on stuff that's not for our futures.
I'm with that. Yeah. I'm so with that.
Okay.
Girl, you gonna make me
Number
shout.
6.
Boy.
Hey, number 6. This was a biggie for me. Alcohol. One of my biggest failures was alcohol. My father died from alcoholism, and my family, we drinkers, you know what I'm saying? And my name is Remy because I like Remy VSOP, and I love that Remy 1738. You hear me?
Man.
But it changes my personality. And it took me a long time. Well, I just turned 40. But it took me a while to figure out, like, I'm a different person when I drink. And that person makes stupid decisions, unwise choices. And that person is not a happy person on the inside. And it don't look like a happy person on the outside either. But you don't know that because you're just drinking and having a good time. I drink to celebrate. I drink in sadness. I drink when I'm angry. I drink when I'm frustrated. You know what I mean? I don't drink no more. I'm about 2 months sober now.
Yes. Come on, Remy. Congratulations.
And, it was rough, having cravings and things like that for alcohol. But you gotta, one of my biggest failures and one of my setbacks was that alcohol in that bottle. And so I had to just stop. I had to say no more. Okay. So, to each his own. But for me, little old Remy, I can't drink no more. Look, so if you see me, pass me some water, please.
Yeah, that part. Gotcha.
What am I on? Number 5? Yeah. Being insecure.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Biggest failure of mine, being insecure. Is getting our education and having a good job and having a good house and having a good car. Don't none of that shit mean nothing if you feeling insecure. If you have let somebody make you feel insecure, or if you feel less than whoever you are supposed to be that God has made you to be.
Yeah.
That insecurity that's a failure. because you're gonna go down. You got to see it from a different angle. You got to see what you supposed to be doing and what your goals are, and anything that's distracting you, you got to move that shit out the way. That alcohol, I had to move it out the way. Motherfuckers not on my level. I had to move their ass out my way. You feel me?
I feel you.
And sometimes you gotta go to the top by yourself, and that sucks.
By yourself.
But if they ain't meant to be there, don't take them with you.
Yeah.
And you can, and I felt insecure. There's a lot of times I felt secure even by myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Going to school at night, going to graduate school, and then coming home and not being able to help my kids with their homework. You know what I'm saying? I felt some type of way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just anytime you feel like you have any type of insecurity, like my stomach. I don't like my stomach. So I'm trying to do something about it. I didn't slim down. I've been working out, so I didn't slim down, but I don't like the shape of my body. Right. So what I'm going to do about it, I'm going to put some mass on these damn thighs. You know what I'm talking about? I'm going to get this 6-pack going. So when I, do my thing, I feel good. I'm happy. I'm secure in myself.
Yeah.
You feel me? All right, but we're going to keep going. Number 3, trusting people.
Yeah.
Ooh. Biggest failure of mine, trusting people.
Okay, now I'm down in our business.
Man. I hate to say it, but you can't trust nobody.
Yeah. Yeah.
These days. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like it takes some time. You can't just jump into a situation, whether it's business or personal. You cannot jump into it because you don't know what nobody's background is, where they was raised.
You don't know what
they could have been raised in the forest. And you was raised on the barn.
Yeah.
You was raised in the woods. And you was raised on a yacht.
Yeah.
It just, you don't know where they coming from and what they thinking. So you can't jump into it and you can't trust them like that. I have trusted people and I've been gullible. How they say, on What's Love Got to Do with It? Anime, get your gullible country ass out the clouds, yeah. That's me. Trusting people. Yeah. You know what I mean? So no, I guard my trust.
Yeah.
And I don't let nobody else, I
gotta show
wait
me otherwise.
Until you show me otherwise.
Yeah.
And then as soon as you show me
I'm gonna act accordingly.
I'm gonna act accordingly.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you have to protect yourself.
So number 2. I'm on number 2. One of my number 2 biggest failures of me, Dr. Jones, moving in with someone else.
Ooh,
I have moved in with people who said, hey, let's plan this. Let's do this together. And then I move in, move all my stuff. And then they put me out. Then I got to move all my stuff back out. You got kids involved. Kids got to transfer schools. You know what I mean? You already got stuff going on. And then it's just moving in with someone for beneficial purposes. Like say we trying to build a future together, or we're going to stack our money. We're going to save. We want to do a business together. So we're going to combine, Hispanics, Latinos, all other races get together and do things together. Jamaicans and stuff. Yeah. But when we get together, all hell break loose. This person don't want to pay the light bill. This person don't want to cook. This person is nasty. This person wanted to do sneaky behind the underhanded cut stuff.
And you know what the biggest thing is? When y'all choose to do that, people on the outside want to talk about you. Oh, they homeless. They doing this and that. You don't even know what their plan was. Yeah. You don't know what the plan is. Together, but y'all let people talk and get in your ear, and then it fall apart because now you're worried about what other people are saying.
Yep.
Listen, I've moved in with some people, and it's been some of the biggest failures of my life. I'm traumatized from it.
I know.
I got my own house now. My name is on this motherfucker.
Yes.
Congratulations. Proud of you.
And don't nobody live with me but my son. And my daughter comes here from college to visit.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what's up.
But that moving in with somebody, I can't do that no more. That was that set me back several years. And made me insecure.
Yeah.
And embarrassed. It's an embarrassment.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what it is? Okay. You think you know a person, and the moment you move in with them, it's like it's a light switch, and they somebody completely different. You like, why you didn't show me this is who you was before now?
When I was just coming over here to stay all night and go home.
Why would you wait until we in this situation and then show me who you really are?
Did I light switch you?
Right.
Did I? I'm asking.
Well, no. 1 or 2 bulbs didn't change since.
Shut up, fool. Don't do me like that, really. Can't stand that.
Number one, I don't want to take up too much of you guys' time. I really
Oh, you
appreciate you all having me on the show tonight. But my number one biggest failure was not keeping God first.
Baby.
Not keeping my faith during times of greatness, successes, and lows.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And all those things that I talked through 10, 9, 8, 7, all the way down to the number one. A lot of those times I wasn't thinking about God and I wasn't thinking about faith. I was just in myself.
Yeah.
And that's a failure. You got to have faith and you got to keep your faith and you got to trust God that everything happens for a reason and there's a purpose for everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And everything that goes on in the dark comes to the light eventually. You know, you just got to keep pushing and keep believing and keep trusting and keep your faith.
Yes.
And all things can be possible.
Yes, they can. Yes, they can.
So that's what Soldier from Birth has taught me, stop failing. And if you fail, recover. Get back up and recover. Keep going. One of the ways that I have recovered from my failures is like I said, I quit drinking alcohol, I exercise, I don't let toxic stuff come into my ears. You know what I mean? I don't sit around in groups of gossiping. You know? That's toxic. I don't put I don't eat, drink toxic things. I don't want to hear or see toxic things. I don't want to be around toxic things.
And I'm not.
So if that means that I have to stay off to myself, off the grid, all the way down here in Brighton, Tennessee by myself where I don't know nobody, then that's what I'm going to do.
Because you know what the thing is, as you try to elevate yourself and do something, it's all the people that are around you that holler, they support you, they on your team, they woo woo woo. The moment you actually start doing those things, they talking about you. They spreading gossip, they telling lies and trying to bring you down, and just it's better. It's better to just be by yourself. That's what it takes.
Just because and then it strengthens you as well. That time you're with yourself, like just even hearing you say all of these things, I am so proud of you as a friend, man. Because I know what it was before, and then just life gets in the way, family gets in the way, and you have to allow for family and life to get in the way, period.
But what I appreciate is all the time that I've known you a little less than she has, but all the time that I've known you, you've been the same. Yeah, you were going through the things that you were going through, different things that happened. But for me, every time I see you, you're happy to see me. Every time we talk, every time I see your face on FaceTime, you're nice. You speak to me. You're always the same. You ain't switched up. You ain't acting any different. You ain't letting no he say, she say, whatever come between. Like you've always been the same. And that's
right.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I appreciate it too, because you don't get very many people that like, man, friend, I was crying on Facebook and and all these things, and she's like, I'm in town. Wait, what? Hold on, because I need to go cry a little bit, like, and I appreciate you at that time, because like the next day some major shit happened, so it's even like you really don't know how you saved me that morning. But thank you for just being a consistent friend. Thank you for listening to all of my failures, all of my tears. I'm being honest. In the last 2 or 3 years, she done heard probably as much as my wife done heard, but you never judged, and I appreciate that.
No.
I appreciate that. Tomorrow when I cry and tell you about what she gonna tell me later with these biggest failures I don't know about just yet, so I might tell her just to tell me tomorrow so that way I'll be able to better deal with it. But thank you for being a good friend. Thank you for continuing to believe in yourself. Thank you for writing these books. Thank you for continuing to push education. Thank you for just being hopeful. Thank you. Hopeful. I know I'm trying not to cry and stuff. My nose is running. But thank you for being hopeful. And, I'm proud of you. I'm proud to see, your transition at 39 into 40, because I was like, oh, friend, it's about to get rough. I don't know what to do. And, and you kind of was like, oh, yeah. Just to see your transition, keep doing what you're doing. I know you'll be here in another, next 10 days or so. So I know your event location is changing, so we're still trying to work that out. We'll be putting that out on social media, but I know you'll be here the weekend of the 18th and the 19th. And then So Dallas definitely wants to see you. At least the motorcycle women that have met you, and any of the guys that haven't met you yet, definitely should. Excuse me, be open and available. We'll try to figure something out. We're gonna try to figure something out. So, yeah, thank you so much again. So, which book is it that you're giving away?
I'm giving away Soldiers from Birth.
I won. It's me.
You know what?
I'm the winner. Sorry, everybody.
So they have to tag 3 people in the comments.
Yep, tag 3 people in the comments to be entered to win this book because I won it myself. So if y'all don't do it, I'm the automatic winner. I'm just saying.
Whatever. They've already started doing it.
I have heard a couple of people who have bought the book and read it told me that once they started, they couldn't put it down, and they was like, "Ooh, oh, for real?" they said I wrote it like you can see it happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. But yeah, like I said, you guys can get the book. It's $20. You can catch it cheaper on was it Amazon?
Yeah, best friend.
Yeah, Amazon be having it.
Yeah, like 17 the links for you.
Huh?
Your best friend is a real one. She done dropped your links.
Right in the comments for everybody.
That's my best.
Like we appreciate that because I was gonna show like at the end of this call, Remy drop it. Now, so she already took care of that for you. They already in the comments.
Thank you. But yeah, so my first stop is Dallas on my book tour. From Dallas, I will be going to Nashville, Tennessee, March the 13th. I'll be in Tennessee at the Best of Both Worlds Motorcycle Club. They're going to welcome me there, and we're going to have a book signing and a bike night as well. The next day, March the 14th, I will be in Missouri at the University of Mizzou with this book. I'm so happy they're sponsoring me, and they're buying the book in bulk.
Okay.
And I'm doing a workshop for pre-service teachers, the students, and any other community stakeholders. So I'm going to be doing my first workshop with my book, and everybody's going to get a book when they come to the workshop. That's pretty cool. After that, I will be in Jacksonville, Florida for the all-female ride in Jacksonville, Florida. I'll be set up there. I'm going to do the ride and be talking and signing books as well. So I gotta make that happen.
Say it again. Hold on.
I said I'm gonna be riding. I'm gonna try to do the ride and be writing, signing books and talking about my book.
Okay. Come on, friend. Come on, friend. I know. You want to let me tell y'all. So Remy was like, I don't know, Taboo. I don't want to ride no more. Okay. So what you gonna do? Well, I'm gonna just sit here. I'm gonna try to heal. Okay. Like that's the decision that a person has to make because you try to no, you still need to ride your bike. No, you wasn't in the place that you needed to ride your motorcycle. You was in a place that you needed to come back to you. So I'm so proud of you to hear that you want to say that you're gonna be in the ride. I'm excited.
Yeah,
it is beautiful. I'm ready. Jacksonville All-Female Ride is a very beautiful ride. Those bridges. Like it's, and then they do sometimes a circle to make you see the train. It's a very beautiful ride.
Yeah, I've done it the year before last.
Oh, you did go down there. I forgot about that.
I rode on down there and kicked it with Jim Brew and them.
Yes. Okay.
But yeah, the motorcycling, I used to get on my motorcycle and ride the shit out that thing. You know that? And I didn't care where I was going. I was by myself. I didn't care. I wanted to ride that motherfucker to the moon. But I was running from
to the moon.
What threw me was when she was coming back. She's like, I just left my windshield on the side of the road. Yeah. Shit fall off that bike. I just keep rolling.
Probably riding like this the whole way with the air.
Man, I ain't had no mirror. I ain't had no windshield. I rolled all the way from Nashville to Galveston, Texas. It was cold as hell.
I'm like, why is she? It's November. Okay, well, come on.
But what my point is, I was running from something.
Oh.
And that's what I kept getting on that bike to run from my problems, run from my family issues, run from things, and I was just finding freedom on the bike. Like, just fuck it, I'm out of here. Just go. I don't care. Where I end up, I'm gone. But my mom passed away, and I just instantly had to stop running.
Yeah.
I just felt like I had to stop running. So I sold my motorcycle to help me get my house because this was more important.
Of course.
And eventually I'll get another bike, but I'm hoping to have something else to ride on by Jen's Brews ride.
Right.
But I'm not gonna jump on it and be so I want to say careless,
You're not gonna
I
be
just get on
running
that bike
this
and
time.
just
Right, you're gonna be just riding.
You're gonna be enjoying the ride. You're not
yeah.
gonna be running.
I was trying to prove something. I think to myself before riding that motorcycle like that. Now I want to ride for enjoyment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And believe me, it's the best thing in the world for me, like when it comes to something to enjoy. So I'm glad you're able to, you're gonna be able to hit that point. So we are gonna wrap it up a little bit here. Y'all know I knew this was gonna be a great one.
We're so glad you're on.
Yes, we can't wait to see you in 2 weekends from now. So we can't wait to see you. Y'all, next week is gonna be ridiculous. You ready? Okay. So I sent my family a group text today. You gonna give them a little snippet of Christmas?
No.
You don't know.
Okay, so first of all,
you didn't.
We had a family night on that Friday night, right? Game night. There's food, cheering, running everywhere. There's young adults. There are old adults. There's everything in between adults. First of all, her family is so loud. Now, Remy, you met me. You know that I'm not as talkative as she is. But I had to yell. By the time I woke up on Christmas, I had no voice.
We was lit.
I missed breakfast. I couldn't get out the bed. I was tired. It was like an amusement park. Everything was just going at one time, and I'm like, oh my God! And the people who you can tell who wasn't a part of the family, who maybe was dating somebody, a friend of somebody, was married to somebody, we all looked around at each other like, what is happening?
Man, and that has been my life since the mid-90s.
It wouldn't be so bad if they wasn't so loud. Everybody has to overtalk each other, and so everyone's screaming. You like, good God.
I would fit in right in with your family because
come on with it.
And everybody in my family is loud, and I don't even know how to whisper.
Maybe I'm the problem.
Maybe you just
I like a little peace and quiet.
I do too.
But I was raised by my grandparents, so they wasn't loud anyway. Yeah, one was always napping, one was always at work. So I usually was by myself. It was peaceful. Napping. It was quiet. Yeah. You know, like it wasn't, oh Lord. And I was raised as an only child, even though I have siblings. So I was always by myself a lot. So being around a whole lot of people and a lot of loud, oh Lord have mercy. I'm going to need Jesus next week. So if y'all see my hair all over my head, just know that I'm hanging in there.
Right. Because next week, I'm telling you, the group text was already off the chain. My nephew.
And the topic is going to be interesting. So this is going to be
what is the topic?
What is the topic?
Right. You see, I'm like, what is the topic?
You picked it.
I did. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I'm just glad they're going to be on here.
You know what? 2 seconds. I sure can't tell you what
Well, while she's pulling up the topic, so my nephew is 25 years old. He was always the jokester when he was little, but he was the good one. So everybody else got in trouble, but he didn't get in trouble. Definitely the moment he graduated from high school, he is the shit talker. We call him asshole. All these things in front of my parents because he's just like her in male form. So to see them together, I'm like, he called me Candace. I hung up on him. Hold on, you can cuss around, you can do whatever you want, but my name is Auntie. I don't care. You call me Candace. Don't play with me. But he actually, a couple of weeks ago, told me that me and my auntie are the reason why he was able to make it through the last year. He has some life changes going on. So
he's done some adulting, is what he's done.
Yeah. You know, he had some children, got married, and life changed, and
all the things that they tell you not to do.
Because we told him.
We don't listen.
Yeah, we showed. Boy, we was so mad at him, but we showed him even after 6-7 years or whatever. We still gonna be your family. We gonna talk stuff. We don't care, but we love you. We love whoever comes for you, and we love whoever's connected to you. So that's my baby. But what's our topic?
Oh Lord.
What is it?
Marriage, lesbianism, and openness about LGBTQIA in Black families. Oh, you chose this topic.
I did.
Wow.
My mama gonna be mad.
gonna be an interesting conversation.
My nephew
gonna be-
definitely has homophobia. So that's this gonna be real. I forgot.
Every
about that.
time like you even mention homosexual anything, her mom's face is like,
And she's just trying to process. She did apologize like a couple weeks ago or a week ago. Like she said she's just trying to process. So this is
Yeah, that's gonna be a good topic.
it
My
is.
little brother,
Make sure y'all tune in next week.
I have a little brother that's 28 and he's gay. And my mother, when he told her at the age of 12, 13, he told his mom and his dad, they both kind of shunned him.
Aww.
So he wanted to run away in the streets.
My
You know,
baby.
he got caught up, you know what I mean? HIV, drugs, you know what I mean? And I'm caring for him now because she's passed away. But he always keeps talking about how it was because he said he was gay at home that my mom and his dad
just
picked
couldn't
with him
accept
so much that he just wanted to leave.
Right.
Yeah.
And so that's why I said that's a great topic.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. So
interesting. I just saw a TikTok on that earlier. A young man, he's like 23 or something. He's like, I think he's of Hispanic origin from somewhere. And he's like successful. He put himself through Ivy League school. He paid for it, his scholarships, everything like that. He has a great job. He lives on his own. He's financially free. He travels the world and he does all these things. He was the first in his family to go to college, but his parents, his family says he's a failure because he's gay. That's the only thing.
But
he
he's
has all
taking care
these
of
things
himself.
going for himself, but being gay trumps all that apparently.
Yeah.
So it's just interesting.
Yeah.
This is gonna be real interesting.
Yeah.
And I apologize in advance. My daddy will probably be mad because he'll probably be missing a basketball game because he does fuck with the NBA like that my whole life. Like I already know Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, that's his thing. But I'm excited. I missed the training earlier. Just text me and tell me. But we thank you very much, Remy, for being on here. Tune in next week. Thank y'all. Wednesdays at 7 seem to be the time because we definitely have more views. Be sure to check out her books. Her links are in the comments. Authentic Guts and Soldier from Birth. Good luck. Drop your tour dates. Drop your social media in there as well. So that way people can come follow you and, see what you got going on. Watch you do your workouts and see if the belly, as you say, goes down. So, all right.
That's right.
All
hey,
right,
I'm proud of you guys too. Thank you for having this platform that we can talk and have good conversations.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. Okay. Next Wednesday at 7.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.